Guys, welcome back to the Liquidity Lounge, the podcast that brings you the latest insights and trends from intersection of finance, technology, and the future. I'm your host, Paulie, speaking on behalf of the most transparent market making in crypto, meets capital. And today we're diving deep into the exciting world of Web3 and exploring the crucial role that incubators and accelerators play in its development and adoption. Web3, with its decentralized architecture and emphasis on user ownership, is poised to transform industries and create unprecedented opportunities. But building and scaling Web3 project can be a daunting task, which is where incubators and accelerators step in. But here with me today, Benjamin from Jenny Base, an early stage investment platform, who will help me to discover this topic. How are you today, Benjamin? Jump on a panel.
Hey, I'm good, Bolly.
Thank you for joining. Actually, maybe you can introduce yourself to the listeners and tell a little bit more about your background and what Johnny Base is.
Yes, I'm Benjamin. I've been working in the crypto industry for over 6 years now, helping projects through business development, build their projects and all of that. So for Johnny Base is an incubator. What we do basically is to help projects to get funding from investors. But specifically, we are focused on helping listed projects for now on CX to funds from investors, and that is what we've done. We've helped about 5 projects raise about $5 million within the space of 3 months from as listed projects from investors. So that is basically what we focused on. But now we are shifting our focus also to assisting early stage projects to help them modify their pitch deck, modify their business model, have a focus, and then reach out to investors to help them raise funds to go into the market.
Great, awesome. So, listeners, guys, join us as we explore the world of Web3 today. Why I chose this topic and chose Benjamin to talk? Well, I think that we just have a lot of experience in communicating and networking with such people and such companies, and we can reveal some secrets to you. So, actually, maybe I can just start out with the first question. Like, Benjamin, in your experience, what are the biggest misconceptions about Web3 incubators and accelerators? What do you think?
Yeah, there are various misconceptions and about incubators and accelerators. But one of the biggest misconceptions I'm going to talk about is for the fact that most people think incubators and accelerators are just focused about financial support. Well, I understand that financial support might be crucial for projects to succeed, but most times, what incubators and accelerators do extend far beyond that. Because aside from financial assistance, mentorship, industry connections, guidance on navigating the regulatory landscapes are majorly what they do. Because even if you have the finance, how do you go about making your project succeed? You need the connection, you need to be mentored, you need those guidance on navigating the different landscapes within the industry. So for me, I see those and accelerators as providing tools and support that helps funders to execute their projects. The financial support comes with it, but then most people just feel like incubators and accelerators are just about raising funds for projects, but that's not it. It goes far beyond that.
For sure, for sure. And actually, as for my side, well, incubators and accelerators, they're like the training grounds for the next generation of blockchain businesses, but there's a lot of misunderstanding around them. First, people think they're just handing out money, but while funding is a part of it, the real value lies on mentorship and connections, as you said. Then there is the idea that there's only for hardcore developers. It's not true. You can be a marketer, designer, enabler, and lawyer and still find a place in that free incubator. they are looking for diverse skills and perspectives to build a strong ecosystem. Another misconception is that there is no the right quick fix for your business's woes. It's a process, not a magic bullet. It takes hard work, dedication, and a willingness to learn and adapt. People also think they're only for early stage startups. While that's often the case, some programs cater to more established businesses wanting to explore Web3 applications. Finally, don't think you have to be a tech whiz to get in. Passion, creativity, and strong vision for your project are just as important as coding skills, So, in short, Web3 incubators and accelerators are more than just funding, as you said, Benjamin. But can we talk more about our experiences? What are the most surprising thing you've learned about fundraising Web3 while you went through all the experience that you had?
Well, the most surprising thing is how the landscape changes. If you go with me through the bear run between 2018 to 2019 and the bull run between 2020 to 2022, you'll see that these different points, there are different focus on what investors want to invest in. First, we've seen the hype on DeFi and the investors jumping onto DeFi because that was a trend at that point in time. We've seen the trends for memcoin. We've seen that currently most trends now are tilting towards RWAs, real world assets. So the web funding is highly dynamic, and sometimes I call the early entries, the para entries, and the late entries. In the sense that, for example, if the current landscape is focused on, let's say, RWA, most people who might try to come in through either land, memcoin or DeFi might find it difficult actually getting attention from enough investors because most of them have already shifted their focus and on the current trend. So it's being able to know when to launch your product at the right time for investors to invest. So currently the Web3 market is very dynamic. It's a very surprising thing in Web3 that I've learned over the years. You know, investors shift towards this aspect of Web3 at this point in time, and over the year you see under the focus being shifted on that aspect. I see many investors wanting to invest in that sphere or in that bracket of such Web3 projects.
True, true. And the thing that blew my mind about Web3 fundraising, how community driven it really is. It's not just about throwing money in the project and hoping for the best. It's about building a loyal fan base who genuinely believes in the vision and are willing to invest in its success. It's like a virtual collective of stakeholders all working together to achieve something bigger than themselves. And think about it, traditional fundraising relies heavily on intermediaries like venture capitalists, yeah, right? But Web3 allows for direct interaction between projects and their supporters. It's like cutting out the middleman, and this makes fundraising more transparent, efficient, and even democratic, maybe. Um, but it's not all roses. Web3 fundraising has its own set of challenges like the volatility of crypto markets and the potential for scams. For the transparency and community ownership inherent in it, Web3 can help mitigate this risk. But overall, the most surprising thing I've learned in that Web3 fundraising is that just about raising capital. It's about building a vibrant and engaged community. It's about creating a shared sense of ownership and purpose. And that, my friend, is a powerful force for change. It's truly democratizing the way we think about fundraising and building the future. Mm, but Benjamin, is there a particular Web3 project you've seen in the incubation stage that you believe has the potential to truly disrupt the industry?
Well, I cannot really give a financial advice or pinpoint a particular project, which I can say I've actually seen, but I've come across different projects and they all really, some of them actually have potentials to, disrupt the financial industry. I'm not going to be so particular about a particular project because everything depends on dynamics and the effort the founders will put in into making such project see the light of the day. But where I'm going to point towards, it's um, projects who can make a disruption in the industry, are projects who have already had a working product. Most projects currently want to focus on tokenization, tokenization, tokenization. But the most important thing is the product itself. How many people are interested in the product itself, aside from the token? It is projects like that who have such clouds um, that are able to make disrupts in the industry. Let's take a look at the current how WAs people are going towards. This is a combination of Web 2 plus Web 3. So a Web2 company who already has a real world product, already has a huge user base, already has a working product that even without a token has been surviving or have actually stood the test of time. So going into the Web3 industry is actually going to disrupt it because it has a huge fan base, it has a huge followership, it had a huge number of customers who believe in the future of those products, and that is why they're able to patronize those products.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True. I don't know. As for my side, I also don't want to go for financial advices. I work with several projects that are very promising, like how several, like 30, but still, it's hard to pick just one because Web3 space is buzzing with exciting ideas. But one project that's, I don't know, there are a lot. There are a lot. Better listeners go to Genevieve OTC and look through the project that they are looking, and also if you are a VC rep, don't hesitate to write to us, and we will directly, I guess, advise you on that. Because yeah, I think that this question is not really good, but still, we can just define the areas. It's kind of AI, GameFi, right now. What else? Healthcare, maybe, and Depin also. So yeah, but I want to go in a kind of dreamy thinking. And Benjamin, um, if you could choose a superpower to help Web3 projects succeed, what would it be and why and how, and how you use it?
Come again? You said what?
If you could choose a superpower to help Web3 projects succeed, what would it be and why? Superpower.
Of course, superpower I would choose is having the ability to foresee market trends accurately.
Good one.
It's something that is a
Good
super
one.
I see in Web3 industry. If you are able to foresee market trends, you will be able to get your customer base right. You'll be able to get good funding from VCs. You'll be able to get a wonderful project because you know what customers needs, you know what your investors need. So it helps you to develop strategies in real time. It helps you to stay ahead of the curve, to meet emerging demands of what the future customers would also want from your project. So that's a superpower I believe I would want in the Web3 industry.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Uh, this is a good one because to predict trends, when you can see the trends or create them, then you are god. But as from my side, if I could choose a superpower to boost Web3 projects, it would be the power of universal understanding, I guess. Think of it like a superpowered version of empathy, but for code and concepts. Imagine being able to instantly grasp the intricacies of any smart contract, regardless of its complexity. You could see the flow of data, understand the logic behind every function, the same as with the communication processes and all marketing processes. It's a kind of game changer for developers or other reps. And it wouldn't be just for technical teams. Yeah, you could instantly understand the user experience or on any decentralized application, identify pain points and tailor solutions to their needs. I don't know, it's like AI, but something bigger. Yeah, power to
Exactly. A
instantly
human
grasp
AI.
an essence of any Web3 concept and understand it in
Exactly.
one time. Yeah.
Exactly.
But still, let's get back to the accelerators and incubators. To understand their role in Web3, I would like to look more into the future. How do you think the role of incubators and accelerators will evolve in the next 5 years?
As well, over the next 5 years, I want to predict this because currently incubators cater for a large niche of projects. But just like the way most VCs at this moment now have a different niche that they want to invest in, based on their research or based on profitability. I that in the next 5 years, we'll get to see incubators also trying to specialize in different niche, you know, catering for a specific niche of a particular industry within the Web3 landscape. For example, you might see those having want to have a specialty in GameFi. You might see those who want to specialize in meme coins. You might see those specializing in real world assets. Those specializing in DeFi. This would also help incubators also to have more time to mentor better projects because it seems like most times they are currently overwhelmed with different aspects. So when we see incubators going into this specialized niche, we now get to see experts who are in those niche becoming incubators, and when somebody who is grounded in a particular niche mentors a project to that specific niche, we will now see wonderful projects being rolled out.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Um, but the next 5 years will be a period of rapid evolution for incubators and accelerators, driven by the increasing influence of Web3 and its impact on the, all entrepreneurial landscape. As I foresee, there are going to be blurring lines. The traditional distinction between incubators, long term nurturing, and accelerators, intense and short term growth, will fade. Maybe we will see more hybrid models that offer both focused mentorship and rapid scaling support tailored to the unique needs of Web3 startups. Maybe more, I don't know, leveraging Web3 infrastructure more. Blockchain based tools will become integral to the operations of incubators and accelerators if they are right now not really. We'll see the adoption of platforms for fundraising, project management, data analysis, and community engagement, streamlining workflows and enhancing transparency, of course. And now overall the next 5 years will be a period of dynamic change for incubators and accelerators. um, they will adapt and evolve to meet the unique challenges and opportunities presented by the Web3. So yeah, but still, um, maybe we can talk about some ethical considerations, because we talked in the beginning about misconceptions. Let's talk about some ethical considerations that need to be addressed in the Web3 incubation process.
Yes, well, the key ethical consideration that we need to address is one, transparency. Then, secondly, we need to protect users' data and also promote inclusivity. It's crucial that we learn to build products who would always adhere to ethical standards, avoiding parties that could harm users or create inequalities. And then it's needed that these issues to be addressed early enough to help build trust and also set a solid foundation. We should have a transparent process. As an incubator, what do you do? Let be transparent in what you can help the project do. Some incubators go to promise and project a whole lot of things, and then these are things beyond their reach that they don't even have the ability or the capacity to cater for or provide for. So I believe as incubators, accelerators, we should be transparent in what we can do, what we can offer to the projects. If at the end of the day, these projects pay for these things, let them know ahead of time. Do not promise them this is what you can offer to them, and then maybe at the end of the day, at a crossroad, it becomes quite difficult for such projects because these kind of things can harm trust, and once trust is broken, it's difficult to repair. And then we should also promote inclusivity. We should try to have a means where different types of projects are being accommodated, people from different background, different ethnicity, building wonderful projects. We should not tailor our process towards a particular region. We should try to make it a global affair to promote inclusivity. So this should be adhered to with ethical standards, protecting users' information. What do we do with that? Do we go ahead to use their pitch decks to develop pitch decks for other projects? We should be able to protect whatever information those projects give to us. Whatever information about their projects, about their product should not be shared with anyone. It should be a secret because that is their intellectual property. It should be protected at all costs.
True.
Thank you for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. You're completely right, and there are a lot of thoughts on the ethical considerations because Web3 incubation, while promising, brings its own set of some consideration that demand careful attention. And as for areas that need to be addressed, I think transparency and disclosure. I'm from the beginning here. I don't know. Praying for transparency in Web3 because I got scammed recently for the several past month on $20,000, and I hate myself for it that I trust people somehow so fast, but still there should be transparency and disclosure, tokenomics clarity. Yeah, if we are talking about the startups, incubation programs need to be transparent about token distribution, vesting schedules, and governance mechanisms to ensure fairness and prevent rug pulls. There should be project viability. Incubators should access not access, assess, I guess, the true viability of projects and be upfront about potential risks, avoiding the promotion of unrealistic promises or hype. Of course, I think that there should be also addressed the community ownership and governance. There should be fair representation. Incubation programs should encourage diverse representation and equitable decision making within the communities of incubated projects, avoiding the centralized power structures, and maybe responsible innovation. I don't know, ethical use of technology. Like incubators should guide projects to consider the ethical implications of their technologies, promoting responsible innovation that benefits society. We should avoiding harm. Like incubation programs should ensure that projects do not contribute to social inequalities, discrimination, or the exploitation of vulnerable individuals of groups. I don't know. This is also very good point. I do not know if gambling is also in that kind of a group, but still. Also, hope for some data protection, as you said. Incubators that prioritize ethical practices will foster trust, attract talent, and contribute to the positive development of Web3 space. But I want to jump to the next question here. Benjamin, what's the most valuable thing Web3 project can offer to an incubator or accelerator? Because there are some projects reps that I can see who are listening to us. So yeah, maybe you can give the most common piece of advice you give to founders entering an incubator or accelerator program.
Yeah, one most valuable thing I always tell founders to offer to an incubator is this: you need to have a clear vision and a clear commitment to innovation. So you need to demonstrate a strong understanding of your market. There are so many founders that we've come across and they do not really understand what type of market they are going into. They don't even know what customer base they are going to meet. And you need to have a unique value proposition. What will you do different from what other projects are? I believe that whatever project you want to churn out today, there are some people who are doing often that same products in the same product line. So what do you do differently that makes you different from other projects? How can you compete in a global landscape? How can you thrive? So these are things that we need to see from founders, because this thing shows a clear vision and a clear commitment to making innovation. This is how we know projects and founders will thrive even in the midst of competition, because the current Web3 landscape is very competitive. Whatever project you want to bring out, there's already 1 to 10 projects doing it. So how do you stand out? How do you carve out your customer base from the existing customer base? So these are things we want to see founders exhibit. This shows a clear vision and a clear commitment, and this makes incubators more committed to such projects.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And what's the most valuable thing? Can you summarize?
It's most valuable, like I said, is clear vision and
Okay,
commitment.
okay, okay.
So inside within the vision and commitment, you get a lot of being, having a unique value proposition, being able to understand their markets and have a clear understanding of their market niche, their customer base, and all of that. But the most important thing is having a clear vision and commitment to innovation.
For sure. As for my side, I will give also an advice to founders entering an incubator or accelerator program is like focus on building a strong community, guys, not just the product. Also, Web3 is all about community. In Web3, your community is your most valuable asset. They are your users, your investors, your evangelists. A strong community will help you build a successful product and overcome any challenges. Strong community equals sustainable growth. Engaging in active communities provide ongoing feedback, contribute to the development, and act as ambassadors for your project. But you couldn't build a strong community without a commitment to innovation as well. It's not just about commitment, it's also, incubators and accelerators often provide resources and guidance on community building. So take advantage of these opportunities. And remember that Web3 is about empowering individuals. As for why you need a strong and engaged community, well, of course, you can understand that there's access to a valuable network, feedback and insights, marketing and promotion, but market validation. An engaged community serves as a form of market validation. Is very important. It shows that there is a real need for the project, that people are willing to support it. So yeah, in short, the strong community is a valuable asset. And incubators and accelerators should look for projects with strong communities when making investment decisions. These projects are more likely to succeed and provide a valuable return on investments. So yeah, this is my one. But Benjamin, what kind of prediction you have for the future of Web3 and its impact on incubation and acceleration overall? You hear?
Yes, I barely heard you. It was breaking. Can you come again?
Yeah, for sure. So, what's one bold prediction you have for the future of Web3 and its impact on incubation and acceleration?
Okay, well, one thing we want to see Web3 also do in incubation and acceleration is drive a decentralization of incubators and accelerators. It's something that is already about to start. I've seen some certain industries doing it. These DAOs managing incubation process. So this will give leverage to these DAOs, being able to leverage collective intelligence, leverage resources of global community, to support emerging projects. So this is something I want to predict that would start in the Web3 industry and would be very, very welcomed. It will have a great impact on incubators and accelerators. There's this community I'm into. I think they're trying to do something like that, and it's called Wow DAO. It's a global community of AI experts. So what they do is that they're trying to incubate AI projects under their DAOs, where community members can vote, can also bring their support and their resources to help this AI project succeed. So they are already having a niche, like I mentioned earlier, about about incubators and accelerators going to have niches. So I also want to see many incubators and accelerators having this type of DAO communities, because it will actually assist these um, communities, these DAOs, and the projects to actually succeed. Because a DAO whereby you have people from different walks of life, marketing, and all of that, helping a particular project, there's no way that project will succeed because there are various collective intelligence helping those projects.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. But about the bold predictions, I don't know. It's every time it's so hard for me to predict the future, because usually I cannot. I can see on the statistics and make some conclusions, but I think that as how I see it is going to be, of course, decentralized reputation. Yeah, blockchain technology will enable the creation of transparent and verifiable reputation systems. Maybe as for the Web3, I say it in a common way, and. A new Web3 startup can easily assess the reputation of different incubation programs based on their history, past projects, and community engagement, or incubators will be incentivized to prioritize the success of their project, fostering a culture of mentorship, collaboration, and long-term sustainability. I want their decentralized reputation, organized incentives, community-driven validation for sure, and shifting power dynamics, because the shift will empower projects to choose incubators based on their track record of success, community support, and ethical practices, rather than just funding capacity. So the shift towards this will create a more transparent and meritocratic, community-driven environment for Web3 projects, I think. But I want to summarize some of our today's thoughts about the global role of incubators and accelerators in Web3. And to sum up our discussion for today, imagine that Web3 is vast, wild, frontier, brimming with potential, but also riddled with uncertainty. That's where incubators and accelerators come in, like seasoned guides, leading explorers through uncharted territory. Their role is crucial not just for individual projects, but for shaping the entire Web3 landscape as well. Firstly, they act as gatekeepers, sifting through a flood of ideas to identify those with real potential. It's like finding the diamonds in the rough, those projects that can truly revolutionize how we interact online. They bring their expertise, experience, and network to the table, helping these flat like all these ideas take shape. Secondly, they provide how I can say, I don't know, um, maybe scaffolding that helps these projects stand tall. But three is still young, and maybe projects are like fragile seedings. And incubators and accelerators offer the necessary support, mentorship, resources to help them grow strong roots. They equip them with the tools and know how to navigate the complex world of blockchain DAOs, tokens, and decentralized governance. So yeah, and they act as a connectors, bridging the gap between projects and wider Web3 community. They help connect these startups with investors, mentors, developers, potential users, fostering collaboration and creating a vibrant ecosystem where ideas can really flourish. So the global role of incubators and accelerators in Web3 is multifaceted. They are the architects, the gardeners, the matchmakers, and the I don't know. I hope that they're gonna be much more in this evolving space. It's essential for nurturing the next generation of Web3 projects and ensuring that this revolutionary technology reaches its full potential, benefiting everyone. Benjamin, if you have something to add to my words about the role of incubators and accelerators in Web3, go ahead.
Yes, incubators and Web3 actually have a lot of roles, because I've seen so many founders, so many projects, who have nice ideas, nice products, but they don't really know how to start, don't really know where to start. They are kind of not knowledgeable about the Web3 landscape. I might have a good product, but having a product does not translate to having a good knowledge of Web3. So it's good for incubators and accelerators to identify these founders, identify these projects, assist them through their formative stage. And even after their formative stage, it is also necessary to keep advising these projects throughout their life cycle, because it will also help us as incubators and accelerators to actually, build a safe space within the trade industry, to build safe products, to have products who last the test of time, to protect investors' funds, and to also, protect their customer base, provide what their customer wants. you know so this is necessarily what incubators and accelerators will be focused on doing. Their role can't be underplayed within the industry. It can't really be underplayed because, within the incubators and accelerators, you have people with wide connections, people with a wide range of intelligence and knowledge, coming together to help projects. So their roles can be underplayed in the Web3 industry. Is actually needed very much.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Got it. There we have it, guys. We've explored the dynamic world of Web3, incubators, and accelerators today, uncovering their significance in the growth and evolution of the decentralized web. We've discussed the key factors to consider when choosing a program, the potential benefits that they offer, and the challenges that come with navigating this rapidly evolving landscape. And as always, we encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences with us. If you have participated in that free incubator or accelerator program, you can share your experiences in the comments. What were your key takeaways? Let us know in the comments below, or reach out to us on social media channels like Telegram and Twitter or X. Yeah, and here with me was Benjamin, brilliant mind from Janibase, early stage investment platform. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure talking to you and, diving deep into this topic. Hopefully, we can have more topics hosted together.
Sure. Thank you, Polly, for having me here. I'm grateful and I'm happy to be able to share my experience with everyone here.
Awesome. Guys, it was not really long episode today, but still, I think you got the point of the role of incubators and accelerators and the Web3. And you guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you get your value and your insights on the topic. Don't forget to subscribe, to follow people on the panel, Mix Capital and Johnny Base as well, for more insightful discussions on the future of finance, tech, and the ever evolving world we live in. And yeah, I guess until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay liquid. Bye bye. It was Pauli from Its Capital signing off. Have a good rest of the day, guys.
Bye, Polly.